Right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to this lovely demonstration of new capabilities. I'm so impressed with how far we've come. I think I'm sorry, one, for being away for so long. I didn't get the update, so I didn't really have anything important to show, but look at that. So that car beat the red light, and then beta waited for like a couple of milliseconds and went. So yeah, so I've noticed that this new version of beta is much more smoother, much more deliberate, and I'm very interested to see if it can take me to Georgetown, right? So it's my favorite route because I want to know, that's how I see progress, right? So I would tell you, driving, after downloading it, a couple of days ago, and driving it this morning, everything is so much more smoother. It's so smooth. It is so much more smoother. And I like it. I like it. So let's see what happens here. So I need to make a left turn. These vehicles go. Once they leave, it's a lot more aggressive than before. Excellent. It seems like they've improved path planning. Except for that and that. But we're getting somewhere. Okay, now I need to make a left, but it got on the right lane. Now it gets back on the left. Oh, that was not executed well at all, but it's okay. It's okay. It's like it's almost like it got excited. Like, oh, I'm doing good, and then messed up. So it's supposed to make that left turn, but it didn't. So it made this right turn, but it's still gonna get me back on path, which means that I'll need to make a left turn here. Wow. Okay. It stops in accordance with NHTSA, and then it starts to move, so not bad. Okay, excellent. Don't hit the sign in the middle of the road. Whoop, perfect. Ugh. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Outstanding. Good job. Yeah, aside from that turn in the beginning, not bad. Detections are looking very nice. Very, very nice. You can see that, yeah, I'm just impressed. Very good detections. Like this guy that's walking, you can see him walking. I don't know if you could, yeah, you couldn't see the dog, but it showed like a cone, which I thought was kind of funny. Interesting. It seems also like the path planning is a little bit better on the navigation side, not on the driving side. I think historically it would make this right turn, but now what's happening is it's trying to get me on the highway. Good job. Actually, I was incorrect. This is the regular path. Yeah, so this road was kind of weird. That you couldn't really see that yellow line. Apparently the vehicle was just driving on it, so that was I didn't see it until probably when the car was seeing it. Try to ride around it, so not bad. I also made sure to calibrate my cameras last night. I think that I have no idea if there's a difference between calibrating in the night versus the daytime. I won't be surprised if there was, but I did notice it took a little bit longer, but that'll be more noted for next beta update. So here's where things get a little funky. I think there was a time where the vehicle was excellent on this route, and then I think during the last iteration it was just horrendous. So let's see what happens here. Fantastic timing. Oh, don't do that. No. That was wrong. I need to make this left turn. Right here. Yep. So I hooked Beta up right there. See, Beta was gonna try to go around everybody. All the way around, and that would have been friction heavy. So not bad. I had to be decisive there. In fact, before I lose and forget, let me send that up to Tesla. So I just submitted a snapshot. They should be aware of something happening somewhere within the last 5 minutes back, I would hope. Yeah, that was not good at all. Okay. Not bad so far. Actually, I take that back. 2 significant events. But it's okay. They were controllable. So I've been playing around with the visualizations a little bit for my, like, how I want to display content. I think the only challenge I have is the reflection when I have a camera right in front of the dash. But I'm still gonna play with it a little bit, see if I can step up my video editing game. I think that if this visualization does not work out, in fact, I think it could work out if I put like a blanket over it, but I think that would be kind of silly from a driver's side. I could put a blanket over it and then do like a remote GoPro connection to my mobile device. But like I said, I think that's a little silly. And it's better to, you know what I mean? It's silly because you get a delay speed limit display, which isn't really worth it. So we'll see how the video does with my reflection heavy FSD display. I formulated a new hypothesis though, in regards to what Tesla is doing with FSD beta. I personally believe that, you know, there's significant, there's varying revenue streams that can be tapped into. And this one theory I have, I think will be probably the ultimate revenue stream. I believe that mapping is the long game for Tesla, right? So if you think about it, when Google implemented Street View, they had cameras on specific vehicles that drove in specific routes and captured, you know, terabytes, if not petabytes of video on a daily basis. So they had to Nokia and hire people to deploy their LiDAR, right, electro-optical sensors, and map specific regions to formulate the street view. If you think about it, that is a significant capital expense to scale that, you know, to the world. So I mean, street view I don't think exists in every street in America, but it's on specific streets. And I think that there's over 2 million Tesla owners, at least in the United States, and growing in China, you know, in Europe. Can you imagine if Tesla just, again, deployed their AV system, their autonomous vehicle system, and then simultaneously captured elements of the environment, right? So if you look at it from a machine learning perspective, all the stuff that they're labeling, if they focus in on specific classes of labels, like building, fire hydrants, lights, potholes, and then they deployed a mapping product that was far superior to the existing mapping products. Like, can you imagine what that could be? And again, Tesla is essentially building that infrastructure right now. Right? Imagine, you know, Amber Alerts. That's another one, right? Like, as a service offerings, having Amber Alerts where they deploy a model of a license plate, right? Or they say, find, you know, license plate from this state with this number. And then within like 20 minutes, Tesla detects it and, you know, notifies authorities where it was detected. Now, there are some privacy implications there. Well, it's still a revenue stream that didn't exist before, you know, based upon the deployment of one capability. In fact, they could probably do that right now. Like, right now. And it'll probably work really well. But like I said, there's probably some privacy implications which can be overcome. Yeah, so this version of autopilot, of FSD betas, it seems to be better, right? It's slowing down more efficiently, acceleration is smoother, but you know, there's still little problems here and there, which you all saw on the navigation path planning side. It feels better than the old one, than 10.9. I think I love, and I'm guilty of this too, I love how some beta testers would be like, mind blown. But when I think back to some of the versions that, you know, got the mind blown, even Elon, right? He'll be like, mind blown, this next version is fire. You know, hyping it. And everyone's like, yeah, it's fire because Elon said so. And then people like me download it and we're like, ooh, ooh. That's pretty funny. But it's funny, so the psychology of even discussing the capability, it's interesting. So when I talk to people, they're like, how do you like your car? I'm like, I love it. It just drives itself. And then their eyes get open. They're like, and like the wheel turns without you? I'm like, yeah. Like it does drive itself, but it's not perfect, but it does drive itself. And it's evident that, again, because there's a lot of Tesla owners, if they buy FSD or not, that's the question. But I think I bought it because I'm just a curious technology enthusiast who wants to see and experience new things. And I am experiencing it, and I'm impressed. I'm starting to question Tesla a little bit, in 2018, 19. But it's evident that they've done a good job. Ooh, here's a funny one. Ooh, it did good. And then the driver behind me is like, "Why didn't you go?" Wow. So that's what happens from a safety perspective when you try to be safe. One, there was a car behind me who was like, "Why didn't he go?" when that light turned yellow. And then another car went around the both of us and made it while I was trying to be safe. But here we go, a couple of minutes back. So if you notice, probably 1 or 2 minutes behind those two vehicles that are ahead of me, and I'll probably end up catching up to them when the light turns. This is the Audi that was behind me. He seemed pretty frustrated. Yeah, that was a weird slowdown, but just left the gym. Good way to start your Sunday with some beta action. Yeah, so on that business line, right? So mapping, it's like, well, what objects do you want to know about at the national level, like for the public level? What do you want to know about? Do you want to know that at the side of the road there is this thick block, right? Do you want to know that there's a tree that's, I don't know, like, what do you want to know? Do you want to know where the fire hydrants are located? Those types of things will be very interesting to get at the national level and again, that's going to get regulated. You can already tell, right? Like NHTSA is, woo, they are stepping it up. There's a new recall every day, it seemed like last week. And Tesla Twitter was freaking out like, "Oh, it's not a recall, it's a software update." But like, I get both sides, right? I think I questioned the boombox one, but I understand it from both sides. I think that there needs to be some level of regulation, like the fact that you can play the game while you were driving. I have no idea how that stayed for that long, but it was just interesting. Yeah, it was just interesting to see. So I get that. Yeah, it's just one thing after the other. And Tesla's slick too, right? So they try to get ahead of the recall cycle by just submitting software updates, like for significant safety issues that they identify early. I know they've done it over the last couple of years, but again, everyone decided to get mad this week. All right. So that was a pretty okay drive, right? 2 issues, but we overcame them. Oh, here's a good one. I'm gonna take over and stop. It didn't look like the vehicle was gonna stop, so I did that for the vehicle because that runner. And I'm overcome with empathy because I usually run through here also, so I get it. Okay, this is my favorite route in DC. Again, have no idea. Actually, I do know why, but it pisses me off every time the vehicle gets on this lane for this turn. And yeah, it's funny. That's the vehicle that passed me all the way back, and I caught up to him just doing the speed limit. So ladies and gentlemen, just drive the speed limit. It's okay. Ooh, it just stops you for no reason. So I'm just gonna accelerate. Yup. There you go. Let me submit that to Tesla. It shouldn't have stopped. Okay. Suspension. Go to high. Okay. Ooh, yes. So I put the suspension on high because this left turn's okay, but the turn before it, I scraped one day when I went through it, so I had to go high on that. And I was just preemptively going high. Ooh, I don't know what that was about. Okay. So I'm taking this up this hill, one, to see how this vehicle does left turns. I think it'll be good, but let's see. And then secondarily, I want to know, I want to see if this NHTSA recall has been implemented appropriately. Okay, nice left turn. Okay. I have no idea what that was about. It looks like beta failed. Wow. So it's like it crashed. That was interesting. Messed up my flow. It's all good though. That's why I love Tesla. I can just reset my vehicle right now. So I'm doing my double scroll wheel reset. That was interesting. I wonder if in an autonomous vehicle, if it will reset itself when it crashes like that with the passenger in the car. Interesting. Yes, I'm gonna do a loop. And here's what I love about Tesla. I just reset the vehicle and my blinker is on. And I know it's on because I validated it before, but, and you hear it, right? Because the car's resetting. And I could just, yeah, I don't need to see the screen because I'm driving so slow that I know what the speed limit is. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna try that again. This is the first time it's like crashed on me for that turn. But let's see if we have a bug. A bug. So everything's back on. Turn, oh, weirdo. Turn it on again.
Now turn left onto M Street Northwest.
Well, now it needs to make this left. But it made a mistake because it got on the lane that goes straight to make a right. But it's okay. Because it probably made that mistake because I started it on. I turned it on a little too far back. So let's see if I have to take over because I'm probably going to have to take over. In fact, I'm confident saying I will probably have to take over. Yeah, I like, I think, so this drive makes me want to call FSD Beta a smooth criminal. It's smooth because it drives so smooth. But it's a criminal because of some of these mistakes that it's making. Oh, that guy made a left turn illegally. Okay, I'm just gonna take over.
Now turn left onto M Street Northwest.
Ooh. So there's so many pedestrians here, I'm gonna let them go without beta. I don't want to set beta up for failure. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Where are you? What the fuck? I don't know what the hell that's about. Yeah, this is I just need you to make this left turn, vehicle. Okay. 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 It didn't crash this time. Yay. Now, let's look at the let's look at the value of the recall. Oh, good. Stopped to 0 miles per hour. Excellent. I didn't even look to see if it said so on the speed limit screen, but it probably did. I would hope so. Speedometer, I said speed limit screen. Ah! Stopped. Good. That recall is pretty good. Yeah, but it's a criminal because it's getting recalled. It's a smooth criminal. That's the theme for this video. Ah. Wow. Why is he driving so slow? Oh, I had to accelerate out of that. I don't know why I was driving so slow. I don't know if I was waiting for that other vehicle. I don't know, but that was in my mind too nice. Ah. Good. Outstanding. Okay. All right, final test. Let's see if the vehicle stops twice on this stop sign. All right, so this is where it's supposed to stop. Then when it starts going, will it stop a second time? I had to accelerate because it was about to stop. Not bad, but that kind of created confusion back there for those vehicles because that guy started accelerating. So not the best drive, but we're getting somewhere, okay? Anyway, thank you all for joining me on this drive. I seriously enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect, so that was good. That means I need to continue to be on my toes when it comes to driving beta. But overall, I'm still impressed. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and look out for the next video. Bye.